Sabrina Duran, joven conocida en redes sociales como la narcoinfluencer, fue asesinada luego de un ataque directo recibido mientras se encontraba en la calle de su natal país, Chile.
TikTok, a platform known for its viral videos and creative content, has become a stage for some individuals who have found themselves entangled with dangerous criminal organizations. We will explore the stories of these unfortunate TikTokers who met a tragic end at the hands of mafias caught on camera. From the rise of their online fame to the chilling events that led to their untimely deaths, we will uncover the shocking details behind these heinous crimes. Sabrina Duran Montero. TikTok influencers have risen to fame, amassing millions of followers and likes with their captivating content. These influencers have become household names, with their faces plastered on billboards and their lives documented in the media. But with fame comes a dangerous allure, as some TikTokers venture into the murky world of crime, blurring the lines between online stardom and illicit activities. One such influencer was Sabrina Duran Montero, a 24-year-old Chilean TikTok influencer who captivated the online world with her audacious lifestyle and involvement in the country's drug trade. Known as the Narco Queen, Sabrina's rise to fame on TikTok was fueled by her provocative content and fearless flaunting of Chile's narco culture. However, her life took a tragic turn when she became the target of a brutal and shocking attack. Sabrina's journey into the world of TikTok began in May 2021, when she quickly gained a massive following of over 572,400 followers and accumulated more than 13 million likes. Posting under the aliases Katrina Guzman and Joaquina Guzman, she drew inspiration from notorious Mexican cartel leader Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Sabrina's provocative content and association with Chilean drug gangs earned her the title of the TikTok Narco Queen. Sabrina's TikTok presence was not just about dance challenges and lip-syncing. She used her platform to document her involvement in the drug trade, sharing videos of herself speaking to the camera from behind bars and even promoting hair products to her followers. Her posts caught the attention of rival drug gangs, who saw her as a threat and a symbol of the growing influence of social media in their illicit activities. Behind the glamorous facade, Sabrina had a dark past. In early 2023, she, along with her two brothers, was arrested on suspicion of supplying, distributing, and trafficking various drugs, including cannabis, cocaine, MDMA, and magic mushrooms. Despite her criminal record, Sabrina continued to document her life behind bars on TikTok, sharing dances and videos of herself speaking to the camera. She even used her platform to promote hair products, showcasing her ability to maintain a captivating online presence. Behind bars, Sabrina formed a relationship with her cellmate, Antonella Marchant, who was also involved in the drug trade. Antonella, the daughter of the notorious Los Marchant gang's leader, Francisco Marchant, was serving a 15-year sentence for her involvement in drug trafficking. The Los Marchant gang, known for its criminal activities, had been a prominent player in Chile's underworld for years. The Los Marchant gang's history dates back to 2012, when Antonella was arrested for transporting marijuana from Argentina to Santiago. Her arrest marked the beginning of a long-standing battle between rival drug gangs, with Sabrina inadvertently caught in the crossfire. On a fateful day in Santiago, Chile, Sabrina was brutally gunned down in broad daylight. Tragedy struck on October 24, 2023, when Sabrina was brutally murdered in Padre Hurtado, a suburb of Santiago. As she sat in her car, at least two masked gunmen opened fire, ending her life in a hail of bullets. Chilling footage captured by a witness showed Sabrina lying in the middle of the street, wounded but still fighting for survival. However, her efforts were in vain as one of the gunmen approached her and fired multiple shots, ensuring her demise. The assailants fled the scene in Sabrina's car, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The shocking attack was captured on video by a witness, sending shockwaves through the social media world. Sabrina's murder was a chilling reminder of the dangers that lurk behind the glamorous facade of online fame. The appalling nature of Sabrina's murder sent shockwaves through Chile and the online community. Given her history in the drug trade, Chilean police suspected that her killing was a result of a rival drug gang seeking to settle scores. Sabrina's recent release from prison and her association with the Los Marchant gang added complexity to the investigation. Sabrina's funeral, scheduled for October 27, 2023, was deemed high risk and a potential threat to public peace in Chile. The trend of narco funerales, narco funerals, known for their extravagant and prolonged ceremonies, posed a significant challenge for authorities. Sabrina's funeral, held amidst high security due to the potential threat of violence, was a gloomy affair. Friends, family, and followers gathered to pay respects to the young influencer whose life was cut short. Fans and followers also expressed condolences to Sabrina's family and her girlfriend Antonella on her TikTok posts, highlighting her impact on her online community. As the investigation into Sabrina's murder continues, the masked gunmen responsible for her death remain at large. The tragic end to Sabrina's life serves as a stark reminder of the dangers associated with the dark world of drug trafficking and the potential consequences of intertwining with organized crime. Carla Parini.
Vamos a Sinaloa. La influencer Carla Parini fue asesinada afuera de su domicilio y ahora su caso será investigado por la Fiscalía del Estado como feminicidio.
Culiacan, the capital of the western state of Sinaloa, is no stranger to violence and criminal activities. It is a city known for its notorious drug cartels and the grip they hold on the region. Against this backdrop, Carla Parini, a vibrant and talented TikToker, became the target of a heinous crime that sent shockwaves through the online community. Carla Parini, with her infectious smile and captivating dance moves, had amassed a following of 2K on TikTok. Her content mostly revolved around dancing and lip-syncing to trending songs, bringing joy to her fans and admirers. Little did she know that her life would be tragically cut short, leaving her followers in disbelief and mourning. The day before her death, Carla shared a video on TikTok with a mysterious caption that now takes on a haunting significance. The video showed her dancing to a popular song, but the caption read, "When they tell I can't stand you, in short, I hope you don't like me." This cryptic message would later become a crucial clue in the investigation into her murder. According to Carla's mother, on the night of September 20th, Carla received a phone call around 10:30 p.m. Something about that call seemed suspicious, as Carla immediately left home without any explanation. Her mother, unaware of the danger that awaited her daughter, never imagined it would be the last time she would see her alive. The police investigation into Carla's murder revealed a chilling sequence of events. Carla was ambushed right outside her house, just moments after receiving the mysterious phone call. The killer, armed and ruthless, shot her multiple times, leaving her lifeless body on the streets of Culiacan. The brutality of the attack sent shockwaves through the community, leaving everyone wondering who could commit such a heinous act. The story of Carla Parini takes a chilling turn when we uncover her own involvement with the cartels. In a series of TikTok videos, she spoke openly about the influence and power these criminal organizations held in her hometown of Culiacan. Carla Parini's candid revelations about the cartels and their activities made her a target. She became a threat to their operations, exposing their secrets to a global audience. It was only a matter of time before they sought to silence her. The Sinaloa State Attorney General's office wasted no time in categorizing Carla Parini's murder as a femicide. They recognized that she was exposed and in a state of helplessness when the attack took place, making it a targeted act of violence against a woman. The investigation is being conducted with the utmost secrecy to avoid alerting the possible suspect, as the authorities are determined to bring justice to Carla and her grieving family. Carla Parini's murder was not an isolated incident. In fact, it was just one of many cases where TikTokers have fallen victim to the cartel's ruthless tactics. These criminal organizations view social media platforms as a means to recruit new members, intimidate rivals, and even showcase their violent acts. The news of Carla's murder sent shockwaves through the online community, with fans and followers expressing their grief and disbelief. Her latest video, posted just before her untimely death, received over 1.5 million views, with thousands of comments and condolences pouring in. The loss of such a young and vibrant influencer has left a void that can never be filled. Sadly, Carla Parini's murder is not an isolated incident. She is the 14th woman to be murdered in Sinaloa in 2022, according to the data provided by the Mexican government. This alarming statistic highlights the urgent need for action and change to protect women from the pervasive violence that plagues the region. The shocking murder of Carla Parini serves as a grim reminder of the dangers that can lurk behind the glamorous facade of social media fame. The cartels operate with impunity, instilling fear in the hearts of those who dare to challenge them. Their influence extends beyond the borders of Mexico, infiltrating communities and exploiting the vulnerabilities of individuals like Carla Parini. The investigation into Carla Parini's murder has been shrouded in secrecy. Authorities are treading carefully, aware of the dangers that come with exposing the cartels. The silence surrounding AO. The case only adds to the sense of fear and uncertainty that permeates the online community. Rafa Wayne.
Starting off with a story that is new here at noon, rideshare drivers in Juarez seen blocking the streets in front of a government building earlier today, all to protest the alleged murder of one of their very own. The drivers are now demanding better police protection after Rafael Diaz was reportedly gunned down by a robber who was posing as a customer.
Rafa Wayne, also known as Jesus Rafael Diaz, was a rising star on TikTok, captivating audiences with his entertaining and creative content. With a growing following, he had become a prominent figure in the world of social media. However, little did he know that his fame would ultimately lead to his untimely demise. On the fateful day of December 1st, Rafa Wayne was working as an Uber driver in the Mexican border city of Ciudad Juarez. Little did he know that this would be his last day on Earth. As he picked up his passengers, he unknowingly stepped into a dangerous situation that would end in tragedy. The events leading up to Rafa Wayne's murder were captured on a live stream that he was broadcasting on social media. In the video, his passengers could be heard demanding his cell phone and pressuring him to reveal his password. It was a chilling scene as Rafa Wayne found himself caught in a struggle inside his Nissan Versa car. The live stream abruptly cut out, leaving viewers in shock and confusion. Gunshots were heard just before the broadcast ended, adding to the horror of the situation. The online community was left reeling, unable to comprehend the brutality that had unfolded before their eyes. Following the incident, Mexican authorities swiftly launched an investigation into the murder of Rafa Wayne. They made arrests in connection with the crime, apprehending an 18-year-old man and a 16-year-old boy. During questioning, the suspects began to point fingers at each other, revealing a web of deceit and betrayal. It is worth noting that no charges have been filed yet, but the investigation is ongoing. Mexican law enforcement seized drugs and guns for further examination, hoping to uncover more evidence that could shed light on the motive behind Rafa Wayne's murder. The weapon used in the alleged killing is still under investigation, leaving many questions unanswered. Carlos Manuel Salas, the Chihuahua Deputy Attorney General, described the suspects as people without scruples, vicious, and very dangerous. This chilling statement only adds to the sense of dread surrounding the case. The community of rideshare drivers in Juarez has been left shaken by this tragedy, as Rafa Wayne's death marks the fourth killing of a rideshare driver in recent months. The murder of Rafa Wayne sent shockwaves through the community of social media, influencers, and rideshare drivers in Ciudad Juarez. As the investigation into his tragic death unfolded, authorities began to uncover the motives behind this heinous crime and the impact it had on the community. One of the key motives that emerged during the investigation was robbery. Rafa Wayne's popularity on TikTok had made him a target for criminals who believed he possessed valuable possessions. The demand for his cell phone and the pressure to reveal his password indicated that the perpetrators were after his personal belongings. This chilling revelation highlighted the dangers faced by influencers who often showcase their lives and possessions online. However, robbery was not the only motive at play. As the investigation deepened, authorities discovered a more sinister connection to organized crime. It was revealed that Rafa Wayne's murder was not an isolated incident, but part of a larger pattern of violence orchestrated by local mafias. These criminal organizations, known for their ruthlessness and disregard for human life, saw social media influencers as potential threats to their operations. By eliminating individuals like Rafa Wayne, they aimed to maintain control and instill fear in the community. The impact of Rafa Wayne's murder on the community was profound. Social media influencers and rideshare drivers in Ciudad Juarez were gripped by fear and uncertainty. The tragic loss of a fellow colleague served as a stark reminder of the risks they faced every day. Many drivers began questioning their safety and contemplating leaving their professions altogether. The sense of camaraderie among influencers was shattered, replaced by a climate of suspicion and paranoia. Fellow TikTokers and social media users expressed their shock and grief over Rafa Wayne's untimely death. The online community rallied together, demanding justice for their fallen comrade. Hashtags like #JusticeForRafaWayne trended on various platforms, drawing attention to the need for increased safety measures and accountability. Local authorities, under mounting pressure from the community, intensified their efforts to bring the perpetrators to justice. The investigation expanded to include a wider network of individuals involved in organized crime. Surveillance footage from the area where Rafa Wayne was killed was meticulously analyzed, and witnesses were interviewed to gather crucial information. As the investigation progressed, it became clear that Rafa Wayne's murder was not an isolated incident. Several other rideshare drivers had fallen victim to similar acts of violence in recent months. This revelation further fueled the community's demand for justice Midas and prompted a collective call for stronger measures to protect those in the rideshare industry. In response to the growing concerns, local authorities implemented new safety protocols for rideshare drivers. These measures included increased police presence in high-risk areas, improved background checks for passengers, and mandatory safety training for drivers. The community cautiously welcomed these initiatives, hoping they would provide some level of protection and deterrence against future acts of violence. The impact of Rafa Wayne's murder extended beyond the local community, resonating with social media influencers and rideshare drivers worldwide. The tragic incident served as a wake-up call, reminding individuals of the risks associated with their professions. It sparked conversations about the need for greater awareness, safety precautions, and support systems for those who rely on social media platforms for their livelihoods. Lex Midas.
Es la historia de un joven que se decía ser tiktokero del barrio. Aseguraba estudiar para criminalista, trabajar en una carpintería y ser experto para manejar la motocicleta. Hace unos días andaba precisamente en la moto y ahí, en el barrio, ahí lo balearon.
Lex Midas was a rising star on TikTok, captivating audiences with his unique style and infectious energy. Born Alexis del Castillo, the 24-year-old influencer quickly gained a massive following for his entertaining videos, where he showcased his talent for singing songs from the popular movimiento alterado genre. But it wasn't just his vocal abilities that drew people in. Lex Midas had a larger-than-life personality and a penchant for luxury fashion that made him stand out from the crowd. As his popularity grew, Lex Midas began documenting his adventures in the notorious neighborhood of Tepito, located in the Cuauhtémoc borough of Mexico City. Known as the Barrio Bravo, Tepito was infamous for its high crime rates and affiliation with organized crime. Lex Midas seemed unfazed by the dangers, using his platform to shed light on the vibrant culture and resilience of the community. With each video, Lex Midas's following continued to soar, reaching over 126,000 dedicated fans who eagerly awaited his next upload. His charismatic presence and genuine connection with his audience made him a beloved figure in the TikTok community. But little did he know that his newfound fame would attract the attention of a dangerous underworld. As Lex Midas's star continued to rise, so did the interest of local mafias who saw an opportunity to exploit his influence and popularity. These criminal organizations recognized the power of social media and the potential to use influencers like Lex Midas to further their own agendas. They saw him as a pawn in their dangerous game, a tool to manipulate and control. Unbeknownst to Lex Midas, he had become entangled in a web of deceit and violence. It was revealed that on the night of the murder, Lex Midas was riding his motorcycle through the streets of Tepito when he noticed two motociclistas tailing him. Unbeknownst to him, these individuals were hired assassins sent by a powerful mafia to silence him. The motociclistas who pursued him on that fateful night were not just random assailants, they were hired guns sent by a powerful mafia to silence him. The reasons behind their actions remain unclear, but it is believed that Lex Midas's growing influence posed a threat to their criminal operations. As the motociclistas closed in on Lex Midas, a sense of fear and panic must have washed over him. He tried to outrun them, but they were relentless in their pursuit. Finally, they caught up to him, and in a chilling display of violence, they pulled out a firearm and opened fire. The sound of gunshots echoed through the night, shattering the peace of the neighborhood. Lex Midas was struck multiple times, his body racked with pain as he fought for his life. Despite his injuries, he managed to stay conscious long enough for help to arrive. A police patrol car happened to be in the vicinity, and the officers wasted no time in rushing him to a nearby hospital. It was a race against time, but unfortunately, Lex Midas's injuries were too severe, and he succumbed to his wounds, leaving behind a devastated community of fans and loved ones. The news of Lex Midas's murder sent shockwaves through the TikTok community and beyond. The vibrant and talented young influencer had been taken from the world far too soon, leaving behind a void that could never be filled. As the news spread, tributes poured in from his followers, expressing their grief and disbelief at the senseless act of violence. As the investigation into Lex Midas's murder unfolded, the authorities were determined to uncover the truth behind the tragic event. The General Prosecutor's Office of Mexico City opened a comprehensive investigation, leaving no stone unturned in their pursuit of justice. As the investigation progressed, the authorities faced numerous challenges. The criminal organizations involved were skilled at covering their tracks, leaving behind only fragments of evidence. The case took unexpected twists and turns, leading the investigators down a dark and treacherous path. They encountered threats, intimidation, and even attempts to sabotage the investigation. But the dedicated team of investigators refused to give up, determined to bring those responsible for Lex Midas's murder to justice. Meanwhile, the investigation into Lex Midas's murder continued to uncover disturbing details about the criminal underworld that had targeted him. The authorities discovered that the mafia responsible for his assassination had been monitoring his rise to fame closely. They saw him as a threat, a potential disruptor of their illicit activities. Lex Midas's murder serves as a chilling reminder that fame and fortune can come at a deadly price. It highlights the need for greater awareness and protection for influencers who find themselves unwittingly entangled in the dangerous world of organized crime. Mohit Moore.
दिल्ली के नजफगढ़ में दिन दहाड़े कुछ बदमाशों ने मोहित मोर नाम के टिकटॉक स्टार की ताबड़तोड़ गोली मारकर हत्या कर दी।
Our story begins in the bustling city of Delhi, where the world of social media fame collided with the dark underbelly of organized crime. Mohit Moore, a talented gym trainer, had amassed a massive following on TikTok with his captivating fitness routines and charismatic personality. His videos garnered millions of views, making him a rising star in the virtual world. From a young age, Mohit displayed a natural flair for performing and entertaining others. He possessed an infectious energy and charisma that drew people towards him. With the advent of TikTok, Mohit saw an opportunity to showcase his talent and connect with a wider audience. In the early days of his TikTok journey, Mohit faced his fair share of challenges. He struggled to gain traction and recognition amidst the sea of content creators on the platform. However, his determination and unwavering passion for entertaining kept him going. It was his unique style of content that eventually caught the attention of viewers. Mohit's ability to seamlessly blend humor, dance, and storytelling into his videos set him apart from the rest. His infectious smile and relatable personality resonated with millions of TikTok users, propelling him to viral fame. But behind the scenes, Mohit Moore found himself caught in the crosshairs of a dangerous gang war that plagued the neighborhood of Dwarka. Dwarka, known for its criminal activities, was a hotbed of rival gangs vying for control and supremacy. On that fateful day, Mohit Moore's life took a tragic turn. He was at a shop in Delhi, going about his daily routine, when a group of unidentified gunmen stormed in. Without any warning, they approached Mohit Moore and unleashed a hail of bullets at point-blank range. The CCTV footage captured the horrifying moment as Mohit Moore fell to the ground, lifeless. The news of his murder sent shockwaves through the nation, leaving his fans and loved ones in disbelief. As the investigation unfolded, the police soon discovered that Mohit Moore's murder was not a random act of violence. It was intricately linked to the ongoing Dwarka gang war, a battle for supremacy between rival criminal syndicates. The motive behind Mohit Moore's murder was believed to be a result of personal enmity and territorial disputes between the gangs. His association with the criminal underworld had made him a target, and the consequences were devastating. The police launched a massive manhunt to apprehend the culprits behind this heinous crime. They analyzed the CCTV footage, interviewed witnesses, and gathered evidence to build a strong case against the perpetrators. The investigation revealed that Vikas, a notorious figure in the criminal underworld, was the mastermind behind the murder, and he was driven by envy and greed. He saw Mohit Moore's rising fame as a threat to his own aspirations of dominance in the social media world. Vikas believed that by eliminating Mohit, he could secure his own position at the top. But Vikas couldn't carry out this plan alone. He needed someone he could trust, someone who would be willing to do anything for him. That's where Rohit Dagar, a loyal follower of Vikas, came into the picture. Rohit Dagar was known for his unwavering loyalty and his willingness to go to any lengths to please his mentor. Together, Vikas and Rohit Dagar meticulously planned the murder, ensuring that their involvement remained hidden. They knew that to execute their plan successfully, they needed someone who could easily be manipulated. That's when they found a teenager, whose identity remains undisclosed due to legal reasons. The teenager, vulnerable and impressionable, was easily swayed by the promises of power and wealth. Vikas and Rohit Dagar played on the teenager's desires, convincing them that by eliminating Mohit Moore, they would secure a place of prominence in the social media world. The breakthrough came when the police discovered a series of incriminating messages exchanged between Vikas, Rohit Dagar, and the teenager. These messages revealed the sinister plot to eliminate Mohit Moore and establish their own dominance in the social media world. Armed with this evidence, the police swiftly moved to apprehend the culprits. Vikas, Rohit Dagar, and the teenager were arrested and brought to justice. As the trial of Vikas, Rohit Dagar, and the teenager began, the nation watched with bated breath. The courtroom became a battleground where the pursuit of justice clashed with the defense's attempts to evade responsibility. The prosecution presented a compelling case, backed by irrefutable evidence, while the defense fought tooth and nail to protect their clients. In the end, justice prevailed. Vikas, Rohit Degar, and the teenager were found guilty of the murder of Mohit Moore. They were sentenced to life imprisonment, ensuring that they would never be able to harm anyone again. The murder of this talented TikTok artiste served as a grim reminder of the dangers lurking behind the screen, even in the virtual world. The nation breathed a sigh of relief, knowing that justice had been served, but the scars left by this tragic event would forever remain. Mohit Moore's family and friends were left to pick up the pieces and carry on his legacy, while the social media world mourned the loss of a talented young individual. The murder of Mohit Moore serves as a chilling reminder of the dark side of fame and the dangers that lurk in the shadows. It reminds us to be cautious and aware, even in the seemingly glamorous world of social media. For more content like this, click on the videos showing on your screen now